Hi, welcome back. Now that we're all pros with series, let's talk about another way in which you can take the elements of a sequence and combine them. That's the idea of repeated multiplication, where we take the elements in a sequence and we multiply them one after the other after the other. One important piece of terminology is that when you're talking about sequences or series, you'll talk about the terms of a sequence or the terms of a series. But when you're talking about a product, a piece of a product is called a factor. Just as we have a shortcut notation for series, we also have a shortcut notation for repeated multiplication. And that's called pi notation or product notation. And again, the goal here is to write a product in a compact and precise form without ... So this should look very similar to the sigma notation. The only difference here is instead of a capital sigma, we have a capital pi. But everything else remains the same. We still read from bottom to top, and we have an indexing variable. We have a first value of the index, we have a last value of an index, and we have an expression for the kth factor in the product. Let's get some practice. Let's convert from a product notation. So if we have something that looks like this, where we have the product from I equals 7 to I equals 10 of 6i squared, what we need to do is we need to figure out what the indexing variable is. In this case, our indexing variable is I. The formula for the ith factor is 6i squared. The first value of I is 7. The last value of I is 10. And so if we want to write this out, we see that I starts out at 7, goes up to 10. We see that the first factor is 6 times 7 squared. The second factor is 6 times 8 squared. The third factor is 6 times 9 squared. And the last factor is 6 times 10 squared. And so this expression, in terms of multiplications, corresponds to this product notation. Now let's practice going the other direction. Let's say we have a product that looks like this. 10 times negative 12 times 14 times ... up to negative 40. Again, we'll choose an indexing variable. I'll choose k. Now we need a formula for what the factors of this product are. This looks like 2 times 5 times negative 1 times 2 times 6. And then this goes up to negative 1 times 2 times 20. A kth factor looks like a plus or minus times 2 times k, and the plus or minus has to correspond to negative 1 to the k plus 1, so that when k is equal to 5, we get positive 1 instead of negative 1. The series starts with k is equal to 5. The series ends with k is equal to 20. And so the product notation is the product from k equals 5 to k equals 20 of negative 1 to the k plus 1 times 2k. So now you have the tools to write any product in product notation. See you next time.